What is up, guys? Dennis here. How you doing? Happy 4th, late afternoon, Monday, July 4th. Did you watch? I know you did. Did you watch the USFL Championship game Sunday night, July 3rd? Congratulations are in order for the Birmingham Stallions. They pull out a close 33-30 victory over the scrappy and feisty Philadelphia Stars. We're going to spend a few minutes talking about that before I get started. If you do like the content, go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel as well. That would be awesome. Now, guys, the main quote of this one, great reporting, great camera work. Coach Skip Holtz of the Birmingham Stallions saying to his second-string quarterback, who was in the game, Alex Magoo, hope I pronounced that correctly, after he throws an interception, pretty frustrated on the sidelines, obviously. I mean, that's to be expected, right? Says to him in so many words, don't worry, we're going to win this game. And that proved to be like the quote of the night and of this championship game, as he would lead, Magoo would, with 77 yards passing, a touchdown, and an interception. He would lead the Birmingham Stallions to the 3-point victory in the championship game. Great job by Skip Holtz coaching the Stallions. Also a great job by Bart, Andrus of the Philadelphia Stars. Congratulations to him. I thought he did a tremendous job in the playoffs. Got his team more than ready to play. Had them in position to win the championship game. I mean, it could have went either way. What really made this game interesting, and the storyline as far as I'm concerned, is that both starting quarterbacks were playing pretty well, but both would leave the game due to injury. So you have Case Kukas for the Philadelphia Stars was actually playing really, really good. 222 yards, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions. For Birmingham, you had Jamar Smith, who threw a touchdown pass, was somewhere towards 150 yards in the air when he got replaced. Magoo comes in, as mentioned, and leads them to victory. KJ Costello, in a losing effort, takes over at quarterback for the Stars, throws for 65 yards and a touchdown. He did throw the 2 interceptions, one on that screen pass, and then the other one was unfortunate, though, because it was right at the end. There wasn't even 30 seconds left. Yeah, Birmingham way back in the prevent defense. I mean, he had to try to force a throw. I mean, you have no choice at that point in the game. I thought Bo Scarborough for the Stallions was tremendous. You could have given him the MVP really as well. I mean, as far as beginning to end, he was the offensive producer for the Stallions, him and Marlon Williams. But Scarborough would have 135 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Marlon Williams, a receiver, 7 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Sewell was the leader offensively for the Philadelphia Stars receivers, 66 yards on 5 catches, 2 touchdowns. Again, the game could have went either way. One thing I didn't understand, maybe you guys can help me in the comments, they mentioned a few times that this is the inaugural championship and, the first championship game played, but even though there's a ridiculous gap in time, what about the championship game that was played there was 3 of them in the 80s with the USFL? Same teams, so I'm wondering why this is now all of a sudden, maybe because they're calling it the new USFL. There's something I should say that I'm not quite understanding with that. Again, I know there's a tremendous gap in between when the USFL existed, but nonetheless, guys, this was a well-played game. It was very entertaining. It could have went either way. Was I glued to the USFL all season? No, but I did start to watch a little bit more here and there as the season went on. I watched a little bit of the playoffs. There were only 4 teams that made it. The last weekend in June, and then, of course, championship game on July 3rd. And I thought it was pretty well played. Pretty clean, if you will. I mean, not any more penalties than you would expect. Not any more drop passes or ridiculous plays in the bad way that you would expect. I thought it was played pretty well. I thought the league, for that reason, gets a thumbs up by me because, again, it was well played and resembled interesting football. I mean, if you're a football fan, you really, and someone, a guy or a girl that really likes to watch football, you really can't find too much fault in the USFL other than maybe, okay, the one criticism, you don't recognize a lot of the names. But take a guy like Case Kukas and Jamar Smith. I mean, they're bad. Who knows? They might get picked up by NFL teams after this year. But they come back in the USFL. Let's pretend. You'll be more familiar with them, no doubt. Scarborough, no doubt, and the other receivers I mentioned. Great job by Bart, Andrus, Philadelphia Stars. Awesome job as well. And Skip Holtz for Birmingham. So both coaches did a great job. I thought it was well put together, 10-game season. It was very basic. Now, I'll leave you on this note for next season USFL, assuming they come back, which I would expect. I'm assuming they won't have the neutral site, because remember, all regular season games were played in Birmingham, played in Alabama. And that was it. It was all played in Alabama. And then the playoffs was played at Hall of Fame Stadium. So the semifinals in last night's championship, Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. So one would think next year, it's not a neutral site. I'm just guessing here. And for example, Philadelphia plays New Jersey. Okay, they're playing in New Jersey like that. Birmingham plays Tampa. They're playing in Tampa, for example. So let me know what you think. How did you like the 2022 USFL season? I give it a thumbs up. Liked what I saw. We'll talk again soon, guys. Bye for now.